G'day, my name is Marie Doherty and I'm an old working class lesbian. And I say lesbian because the word lesbian people hate today still, isn't that strange? And when I came out there was no gay liberation. In 1971, two working class Māori lesbians set up the first lesbian club in New Zealand. So we had a safe place for a while. And I want to talk today also for my friends who are not here. Old dykes that come out in the 60s. One had trouble with thinking who was she, what was she, tried a bit of cross-dressing, and boy did she pass. And she sadly is no longer here. Her name was Viv Jones. She died 20 odd years ago. And my other friend was Charlotte Smith, another old dyke, a Māori woman, and from her I learned all my Māori tanga, personally, because she talked to me about it. What I'm angry about is that we have always been pushed aside, the old bar dykes. We don't get a voice. We don't even get a voice much in the women's groups because I don't have a good accent. I'm probably not fluent enough for public speaking. But I have a rage now so fucking strong, it's going to come out. And I'm furious, and what I want to direct it on is that fucking LGBTQ shit place. I am so angry about that. When gay liberation was formed, me and my mates, we didn't even know it was happening because it was in the universities. We were in the bars. I was in the Navy. They would call me a fascist because I was in the Navy. And then I went to the left later on and I realised that the bloody socialists don't give a fuck about old dykes like me either. And when I look at that trans movement, I see the same faces. I see the face of hate. And it's still there and it's still coming out. And I challenge the woman on the left. I challenge the lesbians who say, oh, that's not a lesbian enough cause. Well, ain't I a woman? And I want to be heard. And yesterday, I didn't get a chance. Well, it would have been today, wouldn't it? I didn't get a chance in public to speak as an old dyke. Because the first ones they get rid of in a sick society are the old women. And it's us who have to stand firm, speak out, be right out there, and bloody hold the line until these young ones are strong, confident enough to come forward, and then we've done our job. I'm so angry that everybody thinks that we are part of that LGBT whatever soup. I have had nothing ever to do with my whole life. I've never been to a gay parade. I've never been to a pride thingy. And every time I see a rainbow flag, I see an ideology that not only creeps me out, but is so dangerous to me. And so I stand behind all women, and I will stand beside all women and speak out wherever I can. And the other thing I wanted to say is that I want to challenge all the ones who are making money out of all this. Our politicians, the lesbian politicians. Kiri Tapu Ellen, she gets paid by us. Minister of Justice, what is she doing about letting men in prisons? Why isn't she stopping it? And we have the toxic venomous ones like in Labour, in the Greens. Who are they now? Oh, Elizabeth Carey is everybody's favourite. By golly. That woman doesn't even know who real tikana. I challenge her, and I challenge her in her hatred of women that she hides behind her Māori. My old friend Charlotte told me about her uncle. Her uncle would have been my mother's age, early 1900s. And he was a man who dressed in woman's clothing. She didn't call him takatapuhi though. I can't remember if she actually used the word or not. But she said he was just there. He wasn't special. He wasn't a tohunga or a shaman. He didn't lead anybody. He was just accepted as the uncle who dressed up in a dress. And he obviously wasn't calling himself a woman. But Charlotte's dead now, so I can't be supported in that, unfortunately. And her word has been lost. And I think it's really important to listen to some of these old ones who have been around. And there's others around there. Unfortunately, a lot of them joined the rope brigade because they've hung around the trannies too long. But I don't want to hog the whole afternoon, but I could go fucking on all afternoon, no sweat. But I want to let you know how language is the key to this whole ideology. It is so powerful. Language is always so powerful. That's why they're shutting us down. They know. They know what we say is true. There's no left, there's no fucking right, there's only right and wrong. Think about it. And there's no way we're going to fucking lose this. We can't afford to lose this battle. If we lose this, the generations after us are going to go down a very long, dark time in history. And I'll be gone. I'll be bloody haunting as many as I can. However, while I'm here now, I want to remind everybody our language is given to the children by our mothers. And that's why we call it mother tongue. The mothers who sit there and they there's a leaf, a bird, a wild, blah, blah. It drives me nuts. I'm not a mother, and I absolutely applaud them for what they do. And then they also listen for years that, why? They do so much. It's a mother tongue language. And they are going to steal it if we let them. We can't let them take it. Do not say a man is a she. Fight it. Fight it in any way you can. If you can't come out in your job, get a sticker right on the back and just walk past him and put him on the back of his bloody back. And I just think that you have to just dig deeper. I remember when we were running from men after the venues we went to. The venues where 21st birthday one was one, and who should be outside waiting for a fight was some of her rellos. Big guys, so big you're looking up at them. And unfortunately, I had a big mouth woman next to me, another dyke. He had her so fast, I didn't even see his arm move. She sailed through the air and landed on the bonnet of this little Mini that I'm trying desperately to get everybody in and get the fuck out of there. That's what it was like. And they showed yesterday, it's gone back to that. So I think that's all I will say, because a lot of what I had also to say I don't have time for. But I am so angry that I lost my chance to stand up in front of a mob and say, look at them, look how kind they are. And I don't get that now because the bastards have taken away from me. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Sabine. I would have liked to hold a little speech yesterday in Wellington, but as you all know, what happened wasn't to be. So I'm just reading my little speech to you just from here. I've been an out lesbian for almost half a century, and I am super, super ashamed. I want to express my profound apologies to Kelly J. Keane for the behavior of New Zealanders towards her. She came to this country on invitation of a lot of groups and a lot of women, and it was at quite personal cost, and I'm not just talking money here. New Zealand's famed hospitality is a myth. Don't count on it. I'm especially ashamed of the actions of mostly Green and Labour members of Parliament. You are definitely not worthy of the status you've been given. And I say, shame on you, shame on you. I'm also ashamed of the inaction of other parts of the government. Many of you are sitting on the fence, and it is time to get off it. Get off it. Either side, but get off it. Get off it and try to bring people together. That's your job, one of your jobs. Try to run this country and not run it into the ground as you do. And these parts of the government, shame on you too. Most of all, I'm ashamed of the so-called rainbow community. There's nothing rainbow about you. You have turned from kindness and pride. Where's your pride? You have become an unhinged and violent and brainless mob. I do not ever want to be connected as a lesbian with anything rainbow. Have never, will never, won't happen. I'm not part of your rainbow. We have lost all our lesbian spaces and we want them back. Lesbians say no to men in women's prisons. Lesbians say no to men in women's spaces, all spaces. Lesbians say no to the erasure of tomboys. Let them grow up. Let them grow up. Lesbians say no to the brainwashing and mutilation of children. That's really, that's breaking my heart, really. When women's voices are silenced, you know we're onto some really dangerous truth. And I say, let's keep fighting this because we will win this. I know it because we're right.